లేక్ చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్నటువంటి వాటర్ ఫాల్స్ నుంచి ఏర్పడినటువంటి లేక్ కారణంగా దీనికి వాటర్ ఫాల్ లేక్ అనే పేరు. ఈ యొక్క లేక్ పైన ఉన్నటువంటి మౌంటైన్స్ని ఫ్రెండ్లీ మౌంటైన్స్ అంటారు. ఫ్రెండ్లీ మౌంటైన్ అనేది పేరుకు మాత్రమే, కానీ ఇక్కడ చాలా యాక్సిడెంట్లు జరిగాయి. టాప్ 3 మౌంటైనర్స్ రీసెంట్గా చనిపోవడం జరిగింది ఇక్కడ. One is from US, another from Austria and one from Canada. The top 3 మౌంటైనర్స్ ఇక్కడ చనిపోయారు అన్నమాట, పైకి ఎక్కి క్లైంబ్ చేసి. మనకు కనిపిస్తున్నటువంటి మౌంటైన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది పిరమిడ్ మౌంటైన్ అంటారు అన్నమాట. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి పిరమిడ్ ఆకారంలో ఉండడం వల్ల దాన్ని పిరమిడ్ మౌంటైన్ అంటారు. అలాగే వీటిని సెడిమెంటరీ మౌంటైన్స్ అంటారు. సెడిమెంటరీ అంటే కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ శాండ్ స్టోన్, లైమ్ స్టోన్ అండ్ సేల్, ఈ రాక్స్ తో ఏర్పడినటువంటి మౌంటైన్స్ వల్ల వీటిని సెడిమెంటరీ మౌంటైన్స్ అంటారు. అలానే ఈ వాటర్ ఫాల్ లేక్ ఉన్నటువంటి వాటర్ జాన్సన్ హౌస్ అనే రేంజ్ వాటర్ ఫాల్ నుంచి వచ్చినటువంటి వాటర్. ఇంకా మరెన్నో వివరాలు, ఎంతో ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ వివరాలు ఉన్నాయి ఈ వాటర్ ఫాల్ లేక్ గురించి, మౌంటైన్ రేంజెస్ గురించి, పిరమిడ్ మౌంటైన్ గురించి, డిస్కవరీ గురించి. అవన్నిటినీ కూడా మన గైడ్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో ఆయన మనకి చెప్పడం జరిగింది. అవన్నిటినీ ఈ వీడియోలో చేర్చడం జరిగింది చివరిలో. ఈ వాటర్ ఫాల్స్ మరియు ఆ రేంజ్ మౌంటైన్స్ ని ఓ బ్రదర్ అండ్ సిస్టర్ వాటి గురించి పరిశోధించి కనుక్కున్నట్లుగా సమాచారం. ఆ వివరాలన్నీ కూడా మన గైడ్ మాటల్లో విన్నాం.
On the left-hand side is the part of the area known as the white and black pyramids through here. At the peak with the clouds sticking on it, that's named after it's Mount Kifrin, named after the son of the great pyramid builder in Egypt. And it's right above the Waterfowl Lake. This is the Waterfowl Lake. It's part of the Mestea River system. But it's also part of the Joseph House Pass as well. Joseph House was a gentleman, a Cree that traveled to this part of the Rockies as a fur trader back in 1808, 1810, about 8 to 10 years after David Thompson had come through here. So this lake was named Waterfowl Lake by James Actor because it was one of the first lakes that they found that the ice melts earlier. So a lot of the birds immigration that fly from south to north, they would actually stop here on their way to Waterfowl Lake. And the peak here on the left, this is known as Mount Kifrin, and got glaciers on both sides. But the ridge ahead on the left is known as the Joseph House Range. Now the Joseph House Range is, like I said earlier on, a lot of these mountains were climbed. Most of these peaks have been summited for a long, long time, and people are doing it now as well. But here on Joseph House Range here, about 3 years ago, had one of the worst accidents that had ever happened. One of the top 3 rock climbers or mountaineering in the world lost their life here. And they made the descent in February to the top of the pass. And unfortunately, with the bad weather that we had, the cold, the snow, the avalanche, they got on the way down. I guess they got hit by an avalanche, and all three of them lost their life. So these mountains, as much as they are as we call them, the friendly mountains, you've got to know the days, the times, the experience, and only the most experienced people can figure it out, because the mountains always give you a different number, different when it rains, when it snows. These are what we call the sedimentary rock formation, layers of rocks one on top of the other. And when you get into some of the area, you've got what you call this scrambling. You're scrambling on loose rocks, and anything can happen. You can dislocate your knee, you can dislocate an ankle, anything. So it's always good to have more than a few people that you go on these excursions to be on the safe side. You should never go on an excursion on any of these mountain ranges, doesn't matter where it is, by yourself, unless you have, first of all, you need to have the right equipment. Second of all, you have to understand the weather, and you have to understand the condition of the mountains, because they look very friendly, but once you start climbing up there and you go down on some of these little steep areas, it's not that easy to come back up again. So you need to have ropes, you need to have right equipment, and all that. So I said, even for the most experienced people, they create a problem as well. And that was a very sad situation that happened 2.5 years ago. Louise is three top mountaineering, one from the States, one from Austria, and a Canadian. Very well experienced, and yet they lost their life. So that's just the way. Right? I guess it was their destiny. Who knows? But yeah, they always we have a great system in the area for rescues. Our wardens that work through here, they have a lot of experience on mountain rescue with helicopters, but they also, sometimes with the weather condition, it takes time to get back there, and so if there's more people, there's always a chance of somebody to be able to walk out and get out, because it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no cell service, you got nothing, so it is really dangerous as well. So we're going to be following you, and then we're leaving the Mestea River Valley, and start getting into the Saskatchewan River Valley very shortly. He passed away in 1974, and his son took over the place. So he had a daughter and a son. Both became great skiers
Hi friends, ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్, షేర్ అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవర్ ఛానల్.